On YouTube, hope you guys had a wonderful Friday like we did, and congrats if you tailed the last YouTube video. That's back-to-back clean sweeps on the YouTube free picks. So do me a quick favor, like this video. Let's get this video to 150 likes. I'll do something if we get to 150 likes, and make sure you guys are subscribed. If you're new to the channel, welcome. This is the TRUPA YouTube channel. I do daily free pick videos every day to share you my best bets, my favorite, predictions, and I want to help you guys profit and just give you guys a second opinion, and you guys can kind of use my opinions and see if you like them. You can tail, if you don't agree, you can obviously fade or whatnot, but make sure you guys are subscribed. I'm one of the first ones to do these videos, and not only do the videos just to get them out for views, but actually give you guys winners. And that's the difference between our community and a lot of other YouTube channels. Now, I might not have the prettiest editing by any means, but it gets the job done. And if you watch the videos 10 to 15 minutes every single night, or whenever you have 15 minutes in your day, I'm gonna give you guys my best stuff, and I want to help you guys win. I don't want to just yap giving you BS plays. I'm putting my own money down on these plays with you guys, so we're in the trenches together. And when we win, we celebrate like we did tonight on a Friday. And when we lose, we obviously, get pissed off together too. So this was for Thursday night football. I gave you guys this 2x play on PrizePicks right here. Cash for $1,000, and then we had Jets plus 14.5. We had $1,000 on this play, and we went 2-0. That was on Thursday. Now for Friday, we had the under 225.5 in the Magic Nets game. We cashed, and we had Noah Whittington, pretty easy, and Desmond Bain hit by 0.5. I was this close to taking 19.5 because 20 is obviously a much more normal number. I forgot I actually took 18.5, and I was super happy because that's $4,900 right there. So I thought Desmond Bain screwed us, but he came through. He got 2 free throws at the end. So YouTube, absolutely cooking. I'm going to give you guys a couple more free picks in this video. Saturdays are my best days of the week, and we've been going nuclear the last couple of Saturdays. These are days where I usually do 4-unit, 5-unit, 10-unit plays, which is not normal to do. So they're very confident plays. We have college football. We have UFC 322, which is going to be an absolute movie, and we have college basketball, NBA, hockey. We really have everything to pick from. And when we have a full slate all day long, I see the board very clearly on Saturdays. I'm going to pick it apart. I'm going to find my best confident parlays. And there's going to be a nuke for lifetime members only. Probably 1 or 2 nukes on premium. A couple PrizePicks slips. And some player profit bets for everyone doing their profit challenges on player profits. So you're going to get fed, okay? This is just kind of the appetizer. I want you guys to feel the feeling of winning a couple of times with these YouTube free picks, and then eventually get into my best stuff. So I want to show you guys real quick the plays on premium. Bucks and the Carolina Hurricanes was the sweatiest of them all. Both of them came down to the wire. They both clutched up. 1.7 units right there. Then we had Ayton, who hit his over in the first half. Iowa, Georgia, plus another 1.7 units. Then we had this 4-legger, which was the third parlay in premium. It cashed. This was pretty easy, honestly. Then we hit this play in the AI picks, and it really just goes on. So what I'm doing, you kind of have 3 options, and then I'm going to show you one thing, and then I'm going to give you guys my full analysis of my picks. You really have 3 options, and again, it's totally up to you. I could really care less. Obviously, there's something I recommend more than the other, but again, you guys can do what you want. First option is you've seen the money, you've seen the green, and you want to get all my best stuff for life. Okay, the average return on investment here is about 2.5 weeks. If you get in right at the perfect time, maybe you can make it back in one big weekend, maybe like this weekend, honestly. But usually it's 2.5 weeks to make a lifetime pass back. Okay, so after 2.5 weeks, That means for life, everything is just profit. It's just house money. If you want to do that, which I highly recommend, you get all my lifetime plays plus standard premium. Use promo code WIN. It's going to get you 80% off. It's $400, and you can finance it as low as $36 a month with Klarna. So it is literally like $1 a day. You can find this on Winnable right here, the lifetime pass. And yeah, honestly, like we have over close to 200 lifetime members right now. So it is a good place to be. We just had a 7-0 win streak. It ended, unfortunately, last night. But, you know, losing a 7-0 win streak, obviously that just means we're about to start a new one. That's your first option. Your second option, if you have not seen the green yet, or you haven't tasted the wins yet, then you can try this out. This gets you the rest of 2025, all of my best plays in premium, and you can get 50% off this one with promo code PrizePicks. So it's about a month and a half. We're halfway through November. You're going to get the rest of November through the bowl games, and you're going to get all my best stuff for the rest of the year. You know, going through the bowl games, through the holidays. There's a lot of good stuff in December as well. So $50, you get a month and a half, and you're going to get PrizePicks, parlays. You're going to get it all. This is a little bit smaller, a little bit more short term. There's 8 slots left. And then your third option is you do nothing. You just watch these videos, you copy them, you hope that they hit, and you just move on. And that's totally fine too. If you just come here for 10 to 15 minutes a day, watch the videos and dip, that's cool. I totally get it. But I guess what I'm trying to say is you're leaving a ton of money on the table. If you think going 2-0, the last 2 YouTube videos at, you know, back to back is cool, I mean, you would be stoked out of your mind if you're in premium. Having a YouTube sweep and hitting 3-4 plays on premium. But again, those are kind of your options. Everything's on Winnable. At least get on this free plan, because sometimes I don't have time to make a YouTube video about it. So sometimes I just post it on my free plan. And the last thing I wanted to say is I've been posting the plays on Winnable just because they give you the live odds, which is pretty cool. You can see all the sports books, what price each play is at, and you can obviously shop around to find the best odds for the play I send out. And you get a text message and or email every single time I post. So all you got to do is go to Winnable, log in. This is what it will be through. And if you go down here on the bottom left to settings, you can see here it will pop up the emails and the SMS. Okay, check all of those boxes. That way every time I post a play, you get a text message and or email. And it's pretty easy. You literally, text message comes through when I post, you click the link and the play pops up, and you can literally just copy it. So yeah, honestly, it's super dialed. Winnable's making a ton of cool changes, and it's a pretty nice layout. So turn on the notifications, that way you don't miss a play. There's always 1 or 2 people every day that's like, oh, I was at work, or oh, I fell asleep, I never saw it. If you just turn on the notifications, when I post the plays, you'll get alerted, you won't forget it, and yeah, you can copy the plays. So do that, and let's get into the free picks. So we always start with the player props. I recommend getting on PrizePicks. They'll give you $50 instantly, and then they obviously have all of these apps as well. I'll just put them down below. This play is going to be on Chalkboard. So we got a 3-legger, and I'm going to break them down as quickly as possible. Again, if you just copy this blindly, that's fine. But if you kind of want to know my thought process behind them and kind of determine whether you like it or not, then I'll break it down real quick. So this is a discounted promo. I do like Zhang Wei Li as the underdog. She's a slight underdog. But if anyone's gonna beat this chick, it's gonna be Zhang Wei Li. So this is over 0.5 decision wins. I really just like to throw this in. This made it from like a 2 or 3x to like a 5.35x. Most female fights, they go the distance. So I do think this fight does go the distance. It's just that she's an underdog. But I think she's smaller, but I think she can sneak 3 rounds by her. I don't have a whole lot of like, oh, I study Zhang Wei Li by any means. I've seen her fight a couple of times. She's been in my UFC long shot parlays a couple of times. I know she's good, but I'm not gonna act like a UFC expert on like these female fights. But this is a promo, so that's why I put it in. If you don't want to do, if you don't want like as much of like a long shot here, you can just take this promo out and just do these 2 legs. It's a lot safer. It's probably gonna hit. These are the 2 picks I made though. Malcolm Wellmaker over 0.5 knockouts, TKOs. So this guy's a beast. He's made us a ton of money. The last couple of fights we've bet on him. He's won by knockout in 4 straight fights. 3 of them being in the first round. Now, Ethan Ewing, I don't know a lot about him, but they don't even have a profile picture for him. So he's essentially a nobody. Malcolm Wellmaker is 10-0, and this other guy, no disrespect to him, it's a tough matchup, but he's 5'8", and he hasn't even fought in the UFC. He fought in the LXF, in these 3 fights, the LFA, and then whatever this is. So again, this is his first fight in a massive UFC 322 card versus Malcolm Wellmaker, who's been here, who's been knocking everyone out. He is a heavy favorite. I like him to get the job done by knockout. So make it 5 in a row. And then Avery Johnson is facing Oklahoma State. Avery Johnson's been super up and down this season. He's hit this in 6 of the 9 games on the season. But you can see right here, Oklahoma State, if you've watched them, they're one of the worst teams in college football. Terrible defense. They give up a ton of points. You can see here they're averaging about 2.7 passing touchdowns a game, and they're bottom of the pack. So although Avery Johnson, he runs the ball a lot, I think Avery Johnson will definitely find his guys like Jace Brown, Oakley, Tibbs. I definitely think he can get 2 touchdowns. So I don't know why my camera's tripping out, but we're going to take Avery Johnson over on passing touchdowns. So $1,000 pays $5,300. Absolutely love this play. And this is on Chalkboard, but you can lock it in on whatever app you have. That's legal where you are. Okay, make sure you guys track your bets on Pikkit. I'll put the link down below. It tracks all of your wins and losses. And if you use code TRUPA, they will pay you up to $100 completely free. So for the bonus play, I absolutely love this play. But we're locking it in on player profit. I'm on level 2 still. I'm trying to get past level 2, and it's pretty tough. But if I go up 15%, I get a $4,000 payout. So I've won a couple, I've lost a couple. But yeah, you can definitely tail along if you want to do a challenge. You don't have to do the 100K account like I'm doing. You can do like a smaller 1K account. Totally up to you. But for this free pick, we're going with Texas plus 7.5 against Georgia. This is a do or die spot for Texas. If Texas wins, they could make the playoffs. If they lose, which they're projected to lose, they're out. Their season's over. And I think, I've said this before, but I think pressure is a privilege. And I think Texas, although Arch Manning has not really lived up to the hype, and Texas has almost lost a couple of, mediocre games like to Kentucky and some of these other teams, I think Texas is maybe finding their stride at the right time. And the regular line is like 6.5. I bumped it up 7.5, just because obviously that's a touchdown. Keep it within a touchdown, we cash. But honestly, if I was the one making the odds, I really think Georgia should only be like 3.5, maybe 4.5 point favorites. I get it; it's in Georgia. These two teams have history, but yeah, I don't know. Like, you're telling me Arch Manning versus Gunnar Stockton? Like, who is Gunnar Stockton? Like, no disrespect. Like, yeah, his stats are okay. Like, he's been winning games, but do I really think that Gunnar Stockton should be 6.5 point favorites over Arch? Not really. Texas's defense is pretty good, and I think they're better than Georgia's defense. So if Arch Manning can somehow have like one of those games where he's locked in and actually, like this is the biggest game of the season. So if Arch Manning can rise to the occasion, I think Texas could even win this game outright. So let alone keep this one within a touchdown. I don't think Texas is getting blown out. I don't like Texas. I'm not a huge fan by any means. I'm an Ohio State fan, but I'm betting this because I think it's the sharp play. I think it's going to cash, and I put 1.5 units on my profit challenge on this play. So yeah, we're gonna be sweating out Texas. Again, don't be shocked if they win outright. If they get blown out by 30 points, then you know what? I'll just tip my cap to Georgia and take the L on the chin. But I don't think that's gonna be the case. So lock it in on player profit. Use code TRUPA for 10% off, and that's all I got. I'm gonna hop back in the lab. I'm gonna cook up some plays, go for a walk, clear the mind. I always just like to reset from the day before. Friday we're so locked into the plays. We're sweating out overtime and whatnot. And I like to go for a walk, reset, and then start to think about Saturday. There's so many games on, but this is going to be a massive day. If you thought Friday was good, Saturday is going to be probably 5x as good, and I want you guys to be a part of it. So everything's on Winnable. Make sure you guys are subscribed, and I am going to be traveling a little bit, so always be patient for the plays. Again, if you turn on the notifications, you will not miss it when I post a play. So go to Winnable, log in, turn on the notifications, and anytime I post a play, you'll get alerted, and we'll make some money. So good luck with your bets. Let's continue a massive weekend, and I'll see you in the next free pick video. Peace out.